Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Hope you all are doing good. May I request all these participants to mute your mic so that there will not be any disturbance during my presentation. Thank you so much for your kind words, Ms. Deepa, for the webinar introduction. Thank you so much, Dr. Princey, for introducing me to the participants. And you have been coordinating with me quite well for the last couple of weeks, nuancing each and every aspects of this webinar. And you are an amazing coordinator. Thank you so much for all what you have been coordinating with me to make this whole process very smooth and clear. As Dr. Biju mentioned, I'm meeting him after, say, 28, 30 years. He was my undergraduate classmate, and we spent 3 years together. I still remember rolling my memory of our stay together very vividly, distinctively, that we had great time watching movies together, reading books, sharing thoughts, debating, intellectual puzzles. Perhaps that is something which really triggered all of us to reach to this level where we are today. Thank you, Dr. Biju, for your wonderful friendship. And thank you so much for inviting me to this webinar. And it's a great platform. I really honor that. And I'm also happy to see the growth what Dr. Biju had all these years. He's an excellent leader. I have seen his leadership in MES Marampalli, getting accreditations and setting the institution into the right track. You're a great leader. You've been doing an amazing work. I'm very proud to see you in this state. And thank you so much for all what you have done. Thank you, Dr. Shafir, for your felicitation and all the good words you have shared today. I can also see a couple of great personalities joining from Oman. Dr. Ratnakumar was on the screen. I know him personally. Dr. Ratnakumar is, I hope he's here. Like, also can see people joining from Oman, in UAE, and other parts of the world. It's a real honor and privilege, and I would like to welcome each one of you to this webinar. As it said in the introduction, that the COVID-19 has battered the human life and unexpectedly, and what we are going through today is something we never expected or never experienced ever before in the history of mankind. No doubt it has taken out many things from us, but at the same time, it also opening up a great opportunity for each one of us. I think that is going to be the focus of my topic today and the discussion today, the opportunities what COVID-19 is going to offer to each one of us. Let me share my screen. And while sharing the screen, I would like to keep my video off to ensure that we will have a very focused session. Okay. Screen. Can you all see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And,
Yes, sir.
am I audible
Yes,
to you?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, this is my 12th webinar in the season. I've been talking on various topics, and this is my 6th webinar on consumer behavior. And the other webinars were in research and research methodologies and publishing papers in impact journals and things like that, and how to create teaching research nexus and teaching excellence and things like that. Let me be very honest with you, what I've done since April till today. In April, I was quite curious to know what is really going around. And I started picking up reviews from experts and try to see what people are forecasting. So my first webinar was completely on experts' reviews and forecasts, what I have seen from the media and from other experts' mouth. That was my first webinar. So I was quite curious in April to know things. But then I changed the whole view of my presentation in May, linking more with the published data. By the time we had some data available, and try to link that data with the whole scenario, and that was my approach in May. And in June, I have changed it again, connecting with the recent research. By the time some researchers started coming out from all parts of the world, sharing experiences and trends and things like that. So I picked up those researchers and started again connecting with the whole scenario. What I'm presenting today is a complete different approach. I tweaked the whole presentations, what I have presented previous. So what I'm showing you today is a complete a new approach. What I understood as an academic, as a researcher, for us, if you don't put us things into the appropriate theories and model, and which can predict on a generalistic concept or a generalistic view, it won't be very valued and applicable. So today I'm going to try to put things a little bit into the theories and models of marketing and consumer behavior. I understand that the cohort attending this webinar are coming from diverse field, and it's a quite heterogeneous group. People are from academic, from different faculty, and I assume there are students here, there are practitioners, there are entrepreneurs, and people from different walks of life are here and attending this webinar. So naturally, a speaker like me will have a very challenging time to, integrating and making it more appealing to each different cohort of people, particularly when people come from different walks of life and interests. But I can see a common thread here. The common thread is the universality of marketing and consumer behavior. Marketing and consumer behavior traditionally used to be for business and profit making. But over a period of time, marketing has changed, and it is applicable to every spectrum of life, whether it is a business organization, whether it is coming to an individual branding or personal branding, whether it is for a higher education institutions or a university or a college or a school or government or religious organizations or any type of organization, marketing is quite relevant. So whether you are a housewife, whether you are an academic, whether you are somebody with a PhD in marketing, or a dean of a higher education institutions, or a manager or a general manager of a business organization, or you are an entrepreneur, doesn't matter, you will have something to take away at the end of the day. So it is going to be something I'm trying to make it appropriate for everybody. So this is a journey I had last couple of months when I am actually understanding, studying, researching, and presenting the whole concept of consumer behavior. This is the outline of our talk today. What I'm going to do is the first few slides will be based on the evolution of marketing and consumer behavior. So I'm going to ground it with the theories and concept a little bit for everybody to understand how the whole concept is evolving and where we are standing. And then living through during COVID-19, what we are currently going through, and a couple of trends, what is expected and what is predicted for the future. The disclaimer I wanted to make here is that until today, we are, this is something in flux, which is organic, and which you know that nobody can exactly predict what is going to happen in the future. So it's all based on the analysis and the data or the research which is currently available. There might be slightly getting things changed over a period of time. So that's a disclaimer I would like to make as an introduction. So let me move on to a little bit on marketing. I'm sorry for the clumsiness of my slide. I wanted to put things into context. Selling is an old concept which is as old as the civilization of mankind. During that days, there were selling taking place or trading between one place to another place, one nation to another nation in a conventional manner. But if you take the concept of marketing as a discipline, which is just a 100-year-old concept. But the concept of marketing practice is about 200-year-old. It all started with one person called Thomas Barrett. Thomas Barrett was from England. He started producing glycerin soaps, and the glycerin soaps were leverage a differentiation as compared to other soaps. And that soap is still existing. The name of the soap is Pears. Actually, the whole concept of marketing practice started with Pears soaps in the world, which is around a 200-year-old story. And over a period of time, Unilever copied this concept of uniqueness, differentiation, and making things different. And they started applying it to their Lux brand. So the second brand which came out with the uniqueness was the Lux brand. And later, it was imitated by Procter & Gamble. In the initial stage, it started working quite well with the consumer packaged goods, but started spreading across all other products and services later on. In 1936 only, the American Marketing Association established a definition for marketing. You know, you cannot have a discipline unless you have a clear definition. So that definition came only in 1936 by the American Marketing Association, the most renowned and authentic associations in the world. And the whole concept of marketing started unified with the concept of 4 P's of marketing, which is known to